Welcome back. You're listening to the award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. For all of you in chat, patiently waiting for a booty shot of Eve, it is coming. We promise you, before we go off the air, there will be a booty shot.
I did advertise we would do bra shots as well. We should probably get that out of the way.
Okay. We will do a bra shot and a booty shot back to back. Or back to front, or whatever you want to.
She's giving him a preview.
Well, that's because this old whore will fop him out for any reason.
Oh, man. Brutal
Tough
to
room.
me, aren't they?
Tough room.
And you know what? You know what's crazy is I come back every week for this abuse.
What's even better is I abuse her on Facebook like this all week, too.
She sends me old lady little clips on Facebook. And I don't know why. You know what? I'm her son's nanny. Like, I could starve him or something. Oh, my God.
Except that somebody mentioned about my kid today. My kid is that kind of kid that you can't not like.
That's true. I love him.
He's just such a great kid. Everybody's like, I hate kids except your son. He's great.
Well, and her son is a future chubby chaser, without a doubt. He comes up to me and he'll just be like, just talking to me, Cha-Cha, can I have a popsicle?
You've been squeezing
my
arm.
Yeah, you can have a popsicle. And he's squeezing my arm. So I love him even more because he is a future chubby chaser.
He may be an all sizes kid. I've got a great story about him this week. So I inadvertently went on a date with a guy this week.
Yes, you did.
Totally inadvertently. Twice. So, although he was supposed to be someone else's date the second time, it ended up he and I chatted all damn night long. So, my company that I work for is very generous, and they do things like, nights out at the baseball game and stuff like that, and they offer tickets to people.
They sponsor a lot of things.
They do sponsor a lot of things. And they gave us tickets to the baseball game this last Thursday.
The 51s.
The 51s.
Las Vegas 51s.
They're
Semi-pro team.
Yeah, semi-pro. They used to be for the Dodgers, and they were for the Cardinals, and now they're for some team on the East Coast. I'm like, how is picking people out of Las Vegas going to help people on the East Coast?
No, this is where they send them.
They send them to train.
So the guys who are recruiting will pick some guys, but they're not quite good enough for the majors yet, so they send them down to the...
Is it double A ball or triple A ball? One of the others they call it. Okay, double A ball.
We're double A. So... I got these tickets, and I'm excited to go. My son loves to go to baseball games. I love to go. I had 2 extra tickets. I walked all over this building. I talked to every single employee. Are you sure you don't want to go? Da, 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 da. I text messaged employees who weren't here, who didn't respond to the 3 emails I sent about it. Like, I got these tickets. You want to go? And everybody was like, no. So we have this guy here who works as a contractor in our engineering department. And he and I are really good friends. And so I sent him a text. I said, hey, do you and your daughter want to go, this baseball game? And he's like, yeah, do you think they're going to care? And I'm like, they're not going to give a shit. Really, they couldn't care less. They paid for these tickets and the access to this event for somebody to go. It shouldn't be wasted.
Right. I had traffic school that night, so I couldn't go.
So we go, but we have to wait for him at the front gate so I can give him his tickets. So we're waiting, and my son goes, Mommy, who are we waiting for? And I said, well, we're waiting for Ray. And he goes, who's Ray? And I go, he brings his daughter all the time. And he goes, oh, her. I was like, oh, what is this all about? So then she shows up, and he is immediately all up in her face. Hey, did you want to see this? Look what I can do. How about this? And look at this. And how about that? And I'm like, oh, no. My boy's got a crush on her. So Ray...
Now, how old is Ray's daughter?
She's 3 years older than my son.
Okay.
So we go into the baseball game. We arrive at the event and walk up the stairs into the event space together with our kids all chit-chatty with each other. Then we go through the food line together, sit at the same table together, talk to the same people about the same things together. Our children are like joined at the hip all night long. And then we ended up leaving the game together. I'm like, really? We just looked like we went on a date. We even talked about the flooring in our homes.
Are you going to tell the ice cream story?
I am. Okay. So halfway through the night, I promised my son we could get ice cream when we went, because that's like a thing we do when we go to ice cream. So they've got a Ben and Jerry's cart downstairs. I'm all up on that.
Well, let me clarify something. Was there any point during the night that you were sitting there talking to Ray that you thought about what it would be like to bang him?
And if you say no, you're lying.
No.
I think.
Because I've been there.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
On that night in particular.
No, it was much too hot. I thought it was going to be inside, and it was outside. I was in jeans.
It was not a date. A date is only construed as someone that you may possibly bang.
I said
think.
it looked like we were on a date.
Looked
People
like.
from the outside looking in would have thought, but I thought she was dating that other guy. Didn't he
Right.
come to the party? And
Yeah.
what's he doing with this guy and the kid? And blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah, I've thought about screwing Ray lots of times.
Oh yeah, Ray's totally screwable. Totally screwable. I would if I were unattached and he were unattached. You would do Ray, I think. It's not many she wouldn't.
I would say, according to you, I'd do anybody, but I do.
true.
I've only thought about it, but I wouldn't do him because he's too smarmy for me.
What's smarmy?
He's not smarmy though.
He's smart-assy.
He's
I am
smart-assy,
not
but
a
not
fan.
smarmy.
I'm not a fan of smart-assy guys.
He's not smarmy. He's smart-assy.
It's a huge turnoff
But
for
you
me.
can be a little smarmy sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But you don't want it back at you.
It's that reflection thing. I see it, and I don't like it.
Okay, so about halfway through the night, my son comes up to me and he goes, "Mom, can we get ice cream?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Can I get ice cream for my friend?" I said, "What friend?" And he goes, "The girl." I said, "That girl there?" And he goes, "Yeah." Now, Ray is sitting at the table listening to this conversation, laughing his poor ass off because this is adorable. My 8-year-old is asking to buy ice cream for a girl who's like 3 years his older. So he handed me $5 so I could buy her ice cream without taking it actually out of my pocket. We went downstairs and he got them matching chocolate cones and I got my milkshake. We go back upstairs and he hands her and he comes up to her and he goes, "I got you ice cream. I hope you like it." And handed it to her. And it was so cute. They sat next to each other, watched the baseball game, and ate ice cream.
Wow.
That's
I posted a picture up on my personal Facebook page, and I don't post pictures of my child up on my
Sierra
page because sometimes there's creepy fuckers on there.
Right.
Just saying. So there's a picture of them where they're sitting right next to each other and she's smiling right into the camera. My son's kind of looking straight forward with this really embarrassed smile on his face like, "Mom, please don't be taking this picture right now." I'm like, "Oh, this is just the beginning, child. Wait till you bring girls over and I bust out the naked baby with his penis in a bottle pictures, okay?"
He looks so mature in that picture.
He does.
He does.
He looks like an actual like kid and no longer a child. He looks like a kid and you're like, when did this happen? When did he showed up a child and he left a kid with a baseball hat on
I
backwards.
cannot wait until you're telling me stories about how he took the car
Oh, well.
and got into a fender bender.
Oh, well, first off, he'll be so frightened of me that will never happen. Be like, his friends will be like, let's do this drug. We'll do this drug. And he's going to be like, "No, I swear to God,
I
my
have to
mother
call
is
my mom
psychic.
first.
You have a
She will
whole
beat me."
You have a whole nother decade of stories with this kid coming, so
I do. They're going to be
and
terrifying.
I'm just gonna sit out here on the sidelines and go, "Oh, poor Sierra."
Yeah, one of these days. One of these days.
It's so funny though because like when I have her little guy and I love him, he's at my house every day, and my little guy's very rambunctious, and so some of that comes off. But it's so funny because like I'll look and the other day like they had the pillows off the couch and they know I don't like them to have I don't care if they play with the pillows on the couch, they build tents, but they were like hitting each other and your little guy had the pillow over his head and I was standing in the kitchen and I just looked and he went and just put it down like he knew.
Nice
Like,
and slow. Yep, probably shouldn't be doing that when anyone's looking.
I don't even have to say nothing to him. I just have to look at him and he knows when like, okay, I'm done. John.
Yeah, if you give him a dirty eye, he's usually like, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Sorry." But yeah, it's so adorable. So yeah, Cali guy is back in Cali. He's going to be there for a while, probably a long while.
So
And,
you fallen asleep on yourself masturbating?
No, I've only masturbated like twice today.
Well, he sexed you pretty good before he left.
Yeah, he did sex me pretty good before he left. We sexed a lot before
Yes.
he left. That was a lot of really good
I hate
sexing.
masturbating with my fingernails.
Don't masturbate with your
Don't
fingernails.
masturbate
I
with
know.
fingernails.
I know.
That's why they have
But I
toys.
just thought about that.
I don't mind masturbating with my fingernails. You want to smell them?
No thanks.
It's actually this hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably the right hand. I was just thinking that.
I make sure to bust out my nail thingy and I clean them all out when I'm done.
Yeah, that's why you have to buy a nail brush.
I have a nail brush.
Okay.
That's why I have one separate from my son's nail brush. Like, no, that's mommy's
and
nail
I'm getting
brush.
so much toy action with Batman that I
Right?
don't need
You're
my
kind
own
of bored
toy
with your
action.
own toys.
Well, his toys are more fun because he's using them on me.
That's true. I like toys when they're being used on me better than when I'm using them on myself. When I'm using them on myself, they're very utilitarian. They're to get the job done.
Actually, speaking of using toys on yourself, I had a dream last night that I masturbated with a dildo with a suction cup on it, which I have, stuck to a floor, and I was like, I got done, and I went up and found Cali Guy and made him come back and look. I'm like, look at what I did! Isn't this fabulous? It's a dream, but it could totally happen in real life because I do that kind of stuff. I'm like, look at this puddle. It's great.
See, I find that those work best mounted on the shower wall. Just
I actually have a shower chair.
Right on the shower wall.
Sits right on the shower
that's
chair.
actually-
I'm
That's
trying.
good.
Wait. I'm trying to envision Eve with this suction cup on the shower wall, and all she's got
Backing up
fucking-
into that.
Yes.
That's a big ass toy.
Got to have the proper equipment for the job.
It's got an extension.
It needs a little help. Oh, so that about wraps it up with me. And then we were at the Nevada Broadcasters Awards, and Ray was there again.
Yes.
And damn, he looked fine that
He
night, too.
did.
He cleans up nice.
I was actually shocked because when I see him around here, he is always in nothing.
5 o'clock
jeans
shadow,
and a t-shirt.
shorts, ripped up old T-shirt, sometimes shoes, most of the time flip-flops.
I think I've seen him in a button-down top once, maybe.
he had like a meeting with someone.
But it's usually polos or t-shirts.
T-shirts.
And last night he was wearing a suit and tie.
With a full Windsor knot on that tie too, by the way. That was
Yeah.
a full Windsor. Those are not easy to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
It was very impressive. I
Cleaned
love
up
to
real
see
nice.
men dressed up.
Although I
love
think-
to
Me
see
too.
men
I think
dressed
he did some just for men stuff because Thursday at the baseball game he had a lot of gray going in those temples. Saturday at the gala there was no gray. It's like,
That little Grecian,
yeah, a little.
or that little thing that looks like a mascara brush.
So it's just the right amount of gray.
You know, Rodney was talking about the things that pretty you up in the bathroom, or the things that women have in the bathroom. Silent Mike has he's not the normal guy, though. He's not the kind of guy that will wait until his jeans can stand up before he throws them in the laundry. As soon as he takes them off, as soon as they're worn, they're in the laundry basket. He does not wear anything twice, ever. I don't care if he's only had it on for 20 minutes to try it on. When it comes off, it goes into the laundry basket because he's put it on. So he's that kind of guy. And he has toiletries. He has a lot of toiletries. And it's pretty awesome because he takes care of himself really
Right,
cool, you
that's
know?
nice, yeah.
Of course, whenever he busts out that nail file, she knows some shit gonna go down.
You know what? And he on purposely puts it in the kitchen utility drawer. So because I'm always sitting in the living room and we're that's where we do our.
So he can stand in
hanging
the
out.
doorway and all sexily like file his nails.
I
Is that
thought
what he
That's
does?
like foreplay, huh?
What it is? If he opens that drawer and I hear him go, clip, 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 I know that there's going to be
That's
some messing
funny.
around. That's what he wants.
Funny.
I love it.
I want to know how they sharpen their tongue to get ready.
It's called exercise.
They do, yeah. They do drama. They do drama exercises. Onomatopoeia. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Lick my vajayjay.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
All right. Now you've heard our catch-ups. You see what we do. Do you have anything for us?
I don't. I don't know. My week does not seem as exciting as what you're accustomed to.
It's got to be the
I
way
went
you
to a
put it in.
baseball game and an award ceremony and masturbated twice. It's not really exciting.
That sounds
It's
lovely.
just how you tell the story, right?
Sounds
So
lovely.
tell us something that you did this week that we might find remotely interesting, and we'll make it great for you.
I did quite a bit this week. I went out. I have friends in town, so there were lots of dinners had.
How do your friends react? Do you tell your friends what it is that you're doing now, and
I
how do they?
I tell everybody that I take my clothes
Yeah.
off on the internet for money. That's my new opening line. I sort of love saying it.
Hi, my name is Eve, and I take my clothes off on the internet for money.
I do. Hi.
How did your friends react?
I
Like
think-
the ones that just
I
came
mean,
in.
The
anybody-
guy at Wendy's
anybody
is like,
that-
I just want your
anybody
order.
that knows you
Yeah.
respects it.
Anybody that really
Like
knew me was
me,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, you just started this." They
Yeah.
were more shocked about that. So, my friends are all. Everybody went to see the pictures, and they're picking out their favorites. And it's very interesting, like what girls pick out versus what guys pick out. That picture that you guys used as an advertisement is my favorite, and Like I have some picture of me in like sweatpants and a sports bra, and guys go nuts over it. So it's interesting, like who likes what, and I sort of can't predict how guys are going to react to certain things.
Right,
But
right,
that,
right.
like I said, that's my favorite picture, but didn't do as well as some others I've put out there, and I was kind of floored by that because I even had a booty shaking video attached with that preview set. Me and that little lace thing. There's a lot of jiggling going on. Not as popular as I thought it would have been.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
right?
Right.
Right?
I'm shocked.
Shocked.
Wow.
But other things.
Okay,
other
so you
things-
had friends come into town.
Yeah, well, there's still leftovers from the bash. You know, like when the bash, and I'm sure it happens to you guys too. When the bash happens, we become bash central. Like, just so many people showed up, and I love them, so they stayed for a long time, and that's really wonderful. But that's it. Friends came into town. I mean, my dirty note is at the bash, I had like the sex of a much younger woman. You know, I thought that I was a totally different person and did some things. I was balancing on fingertips and doing all. So, you know, I pulled out my A game.
And so
then
now
the
you're
next-
like, ow.
The next day, right? I was like, oh my goodness, this is why I don't do that. Because I was like trying to remain poised and moving very slowly. Like, everything hurts. My fingers hurt. Everything hurts.
I know.
I can't.
I did a little bash
See?
Olympics.
You
yeah.
understand.
Yeah, a little bash Olympics.
Man,
Yeah.
Is that it for you?
that's it.
She said Bash Olympics, and all I could think of was the 5 different colored cock rings she was using.
There was only one of them that had a cock ring,
I love cock rings.
and he took it off.
Wow.
I think we should add that to our fuck often jar. We should find a supplier for cock rings and add those to our
You can find some really
fuck
cheap
often
ones.
jar.
There's
I
some
thought
vibrators
cock
that
rings-
have.
I thought cock rings were used for men who couldn't keep their dicks hard.
Mm-mm.
No.
They can be. It's a very good alternative to pills or anything like that for that. But if you put it on a man who can get it hard, fucking G.
What part is OM fucking G?
It
So
just
they get harder and they stay harder longer.
it's just amazing what happens to a penis with
I
a
mean,
cock
and
ring
then you
on
can
it.
get
I know
one-
what happens to them. I just didn't understand like why you would.
Then
want
you can
that.
get them with it's for you.
Oh, I've
Some
seen those.
clitoral
Yes, I have
stipulation
seen those.
attachment.
I love cock. I love what cock rings do to cocks. It's sort of like how a great haircut looks on a woman.
Do you
Just makes her
And
look
Silent Mike use a
amazing.
cock ring?
Whenever I remember, yeah.
See, I see, because I just think like, okay, so it makes their dick harder and longer, but if they can already get their dick hard and last long, then they don't need a cock.
I don't know what there is a huge difference to me, and I love that difference.
Really,
I do.
that's interesting. I mean, I have been with guys that used them, but I just didn't know
You
the
never-
big difference.
You should maybe do it back to back one of these days,
Maybe.
like and see what the different. I don't know. I just think
Let's
it's
do an
actually amazing.
experiment.
Yeah.
A, try this. B, we're gonna try this.
Galley guy, can we try an experiment with a cock ring next time you're in town? That's what I want to know.
There we go.
Buy him one for a present.
We'll do a whole show just on cock rings. That'll be awesome.
We'll do
I
the
think we
cock
should do
ring
a whole
show.
The
show
cock
on
ring
it.
show.
The cock ring show.
Do you have
Yeah.
experience with cock rings, Eve?
I do have a little experience with oh God, he's probably listening. Like I had a local friend that was into cock rings, but his favorite was like a Hannah Montana bracelet that he had swiped from his daughter.
Oh,
Whoa.
Eat that shit.
I was like, I'm just going through the little pile on the table, and I was like, oh no. He's like, it works. It's terrible.
But what makes the guy go? Pick
Yeah,
this up?
right?
His
This
daughter's
is-
toy.
Right.
and goes, oh, well, this is my daughter's Hannah Montana bracelet.
Looks like
Let's
it
see.
put on my
That's
cock.
why we-
Yeah, like what did
That's
him
why
do?
we don't do it anymore.
With guys, it's not necessarily the sentimental value that goes with something. It's how it works.
I know, but it's his daughter's bracelet.
Well, maybe he just grabbed it in the dark one day and then just was like totally amazed and said, "Oh,
No,
dude,
he
it's a
knew-
Hannah Montana
he
thing."
knew it was Hannah Montana before it hit the penis.
Do you think
Maybe
so?
it's less that
Yeah.
it was his daughter's and more that it was Hannah Montana.
Maybe.
You're right.
She is a dirty little whore
Oh,
bag.
Miley Cyrus, Oh my God, are you bad?
So we have a question in chat real quick. Where did you get the name Eve from?
Eve. I went through a lot of names before I modeled, and it was actually a suggestion from I wanted something simple, but it was a suggestion from one of the big Cutie staff members. She was like, it has to be simple. She's like, I see you more as an Eve. And it just immediately, the second
What?
she
It
said
fits. I like it.
Yep,
I do like it.
Yep.
It does work.
And it lends itself to fun things. Like I did a whole snake and apple
I was
set.
just gonna say the
Yeah.
Garden of Eden
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
thing.
great. It
Yeah,
was great.
exactly.
All right. Well,
Little Eve, little Adam to your Eve.
I think we should take a real quick break
Yep.
so we can set up for our booty and bra shot. So coming back from this break, we're going to do a booty and bra shot. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to the double award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City from VegasAllNetRadio.com. We'll be right back.